We're with Florida Closing and Escrow and Bow. We're with legal experts, Anthony Bauza and John Iwanu from Florida Closing and Escrow, here to help you to be successful with your closings and real estate business. From contract to closing, we're here to assist you. We have legal experts that we include. We do closings in office, curbside, mobile, paperless, wireless, digital, in-state, and out-of-state. So to start with today, we're going to speak about some updates. First of all, payment on their rent. And currently, 42% of Blacks, 22% of whites say they have no confidence that they can pay their rent without assistance now. 1.4 million more filed for unemployment. So first, we're going to start with Anthony. If you can tell us what the updates are for the unemployment, for PPP, etc.
Right, so the foreclosure and mortgage moratorium was set to expire on August 1st, and shortly before that, Governor DeSantis issued another extension of the moratorium to September 1st. However, this time he included some changes in the order. Most notably, he specified that the mortgage foreclosure ban was limited to single-family home mortgages, whereas in the previous orders and extensions, the type of property was not specified. In addition, the order also limited it to individuals who were adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So the individual would need to show a loss of employment, diminished wages or business income, or some other monetary loss realized during the state of emergency that impacted their ability to make the scheduled rent or mortgage payments. Again, nothing in the order relieves any obligation to make these mortgage payments, so they still would be due. You would just not be able to be evicted or foreclosed if that non-payment is due to an of being adversely affected by the coronavirus pandemic. In addition, the $600 extra federal unemployment benefit that ended on July 31st. Currently, there are two competing bills in the House and the Senate, but they have not made any agreement to turn it into law to pass this. The House bill that was passed 2.5 months ago would extend that $600 extra benefit till the end of the year, in addition to another round of $1,200 stimulus payments and $1,200 stimulus payments for your dependents. The competing bill in the Senate would not extend the $600 to the end of the year. It would reduce that amount to $200 until September, and then in September it would be up to the states to adjust that amount based on 70% of the individual's wages. As of yet, there's no agreement, so we're still waiting for Congress to reach some sort of deal and then propose that to the president to sign into law.
Correct. And I know since 20% of renters face issues paying their bills, and it can affect health adversely if there are multiple evictions and the economy as well. We do hope that gets resolved, and there is an agreement soon that will be reached. Okay, next, we'd like to go to some good news. First of all, a New Yorker just bought a $22 million mansion in Gables Estate, the Milsteins. Also, there's a billionaire bidding war on Armand Towers that are looking to increase the height by 250 feet right next to Faena on Miami Beach. The NAHR has also reported that 10% of Americans are looking to buy new homes now. Half are looking now. So the question is, what downturn? Anthony, if you can add to that.
Right, so in the latest Realtor.com monthly housing trends report, they've actually found that the national median listing price increased 8.5% year over year to 349,000 for July. This is a new high, and it's the highest price hike that we've seen since November 2018. In addition, the median listing prices grew in 48 of the 50 largest metros in the United States, with markets in the Northeast outperforming the rest of the country. The chief economist for Realtor.com believes that every corner of the U.S. has been impacted, but not equally the same or at the same time. So the U.S. housing market actually is performing closely to COVID's path, and it should provide clues into how the market will perform and bounce back.
$75 to 60-day average days on market, with Philadelphia, Boston, and Hartford, Connecticut leading the way, and Florida close behind it. Okay, so with pending home sales, there's a good forecast since sales and prices are up. The next question is, will prices rise in 2020? What do you think the forecast is?
Well, the data actually shows that there is a supply side issue rather than a demand side issue. So the short answer would be yes. We have data that shows for the past 20 years, current listing activity is not just at a 2-decade low, but it is at the lowest level in a generation. In June, there were just 1.5 million homes for sale in the US. And looking over the data, you would have to go back to 1999 just to find a month when there was a lower inventory level. Even though the pandemic has affected the annual US home price growth has never actually turned negative. So there was a monthly drop in May, and we've seen a solid rebound now for June. So at 3.5%, it's still the lowest pace for price growth, but there is that rebound, and it looks to be that we should recover in most markets, and we're only being held back actually because of the lack of supply.